I saw a quote the other day that said, discipline to those who have none looks obsessive. And I just thought, oh my God, that is so true, because the amount of times that people have seen me track my food or weigh my food, say no at certain events, make substitutions. The amount of times that I've had people say, oh my God, you don't need to be that strict. Oh my gosh, that you weigh your food, like that's a lot. Like, oh my gosh, be careful. Like, don't, become obsessed with it, or have this negative connotation towards weighing and tracking food. But on the other hand, what's normalized in our culture is a lack of understanding around food, fear mongering around carbs and fats and around certain food groups, cutting out carbs, cutting out entire food groups because they think it's bad, right? Fearing carbs, which in and of itself is obsessive. Constantly obsessing over the number on the scale, fearful to gain a pound. If they gain a pound, then they're doing extreme measures to lose weight, rather than focus on healthy, sustainable fat loss. People say they want healthy, sustainable fat loss, but they're really not understanding what that really means. So they're willing to go to extreme measures like fasting for 16 hours, starving themselves, juice cleanses. And what's really interesting is if I were to tell people I'm going to do a 7-day juice cleanse, people would be on board with it. They don't think that that's obsessive because it's so normalized in our culture. Whereas if I'm like, hey, track your food and weigh your food. Oh, I don't want to be obsessed with my food. Aren't you already obsessed? If you're fearing carbs, you're constantly weighing yourself, you're constantly worried about going up in weight, and you're willing to do a juice cleanse, a celery cleanse, a detox, and cut out carbs for 60 days. Or we could track our food, understand our portions, and, start to weigh our food and think, really not cut things out and be able to navigate understanding how to eat rice in a portion control, how to eat pasta every day, versus cutting those things out and fear mongering it. And then going back, and once you're after doing that, you're binging on certain things. So I think it's very interesting what normal is to this society. And when you're eating healthy and you're eating nutrient dense foods and you're having a well-rounded approach to the normal person, that's obsessive. And again, I understand that tracking and doing these things can become that way. But I think that we also have to realize there's an obsessive, this is obsessive over here, the things that I listed. And that's just so fascinating to me, because what is normal? What is obsession? And I'd way rather, if it were up to me, have an understanding of portions, be able to eat pasta and rice every single day within reason, and have Oreo thins here and there, have a cookie here and there, and not fear these foods, than go on and off with extreme measures and